Hi, friends.
Hello.
Happy Saturday to you. Unless you're watching the replay. And then happy any day to you. I'm Melanie. This is Tovi. And we are the owners of Awesome Life 101. And we welcome you to our video about philanthropy and giving back to your community and doing for others.
Yeah, we all are gonna be talking about that. How give to others is so great. Is not only to help humanity, but also to to your own greatness. Right? It just make you feel good inside. So yeah, we have a few things that we can talk about it. It's gonna be something great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to start at the beginning when Tovi and I started on this journey to stop doing what was expected of us and to start designing our own life. We went through quite a long process of that, and we decided on 3 pillars of what is the most important things to the two of us in an awesome life. And so this group and this video is about sharing those with you. And so the 3, we talked last few weeks about abundance mindset. 1 is about community, the relationships that you have, the people that you spend time with, and how you give back to community. And then the 3rd one is personal growth, a commitment to becoming your better self. And when you think about it, they're all actually completely interrelated, and it's hard to sort through which one is which. But this week we do want to talk about community and how in following your dreams, you can at the same time be making the world a better place. And honestly, for us, the best dreams are the dreams that are about making the world a better place. And that's what Awesome Life 101 is all about, honestly, at its core. Anything you want to add to the intro?
Yeah, basically, that's our intro. We're gonna just keep
Keep on keeping on?
keep on. Yeah. Let's do this. Well, let's start with donations. Right, donations. Why is important to donate? It's important to donate because no matter where you are in life, you have somebody that is just struggling behind you. No matter how bad you think you are, you have somebody behind you that is feeling, bad, better,
Worse.
worse than you, right? So we have to keep that in mind because if we keep that in mind, first of all, we're not gonna be, stressing out ourselves that we're not doing enough in ourselves, but we can see, how much people are behind us that is maybe is happier or suffering, we don't know, behind us. So we have to get in somebody else's shoes, when you start getting in somebody else's shoe and you start to know people for who they are as a humanity, you start to getting more clear how what is humanity is about, right? What's humanity about? So reality is like that. We probably gonna live, all of us, in the, let's say, 100 years top. Okay, every 100 years you have a new generation, right? So if every 100 years we have a very new generation this earth, why can we give more so the generation that is coming out will have a better life, right? Because it's necessary. It's necessary because we can give to this earth, so we can nurse this earth, nurse everything on this earth, all right? So we, as a human, all right, there is a reason that God give us a way of speak and interpret and understand and the communication And there's a reason for that. And, we probably don't know exactly the reason why a dog doesn't talk, but we talk. All right. But it's very important to know that we have something inside ourselves that need to come out. And all of us will have something inside ourselves that need to come out. And the way to come out and to is to envision your life, your neighbor's life, yeah, your friend's life, uh, you know, just to see how people's living, who need help the most, right? For example, we used to live in San Francisco where the homeless is like a to the roof, all right? And then you say, why so many people is on the streets? Why so many people is suffering? And we live on the country that we say, number one country in the world, the richest country in the world, but we have a more homeless, in the street of San Francisco than my whole country, Cape Verde Islands, right? And that's just horrible. It's just horrible. And when you see things like that, it did affect me a lot. Yeah, but it affect me in the way that they make me grow. It makes me grow because my idea of donation is to donate to people that really need, for people that really been suffering. Is not to donate for somebody just message me on Facebook that I need money. That doesn't work, right? So we really want to help. We really want to donate. We donate a lot. We actually have this thing that we do every year. If we have something inside the house that we don't use for over a year, it has to find another place to go. It's either we're gonna sell it on Craigslist or eBay, or we're gonna donate to somebody that will use it. Because if it's my house for a year and I never touch it, why is it my house? All right. So this one, the things I have about donation, that I like to do that. So that's why we like to keep our house clean. If we don't need it, we don't have to have it. Somebody else will need it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, right.
So you touched on so many
things,
valuable
yeah.
things. Some of you may know my mom's a certified financial planner. So I grew up with a lot of like money mentality, abundance mentality, but also a big passion for finance. And I've read a ton of books about personal finance, and all of them, like almost inevitably, chapter 1 is like, if you want to be successful, tithe or donate your first 10%. And it goes back to the abundance mindset that we were talking about previously, is like, you are recognizing your blessings. You are recognizing that you can give and trust that you can also receive. And so that's where it comes to donating money. There's a ton of great websites, and I can also help anyone who's interested in making financial donations to research using Charity Watch or Charity Navigator, to really research and see what organizations are doing great things. One that we talked about a few months ago that we're really excited about is Family Promise. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that you just barely touched on is this idea of eradicating things at the source. Yeah, Jesse, I'll talk about a couple other ones as well. But what Toby was talking about, eradicating problems at the source. John Rockefeller quote that I found for today says, "The best philanthropy is constantly in search of the finalities, a search for a cause, an attempt to cure evils at their source, rather than putting a Band-Aid." I mean, sometimes Band-Aids are necessary. People are hungry, they need to eat. Got it. That's worthy. But at the same point, asking why they're hungry and how to eliminate the cause of that hunger, the cause of that suffering. And so Family Promise is focused on eradicating homelessness, starting with families, because the statistics show that children who grow up homeless have the hugest rate of becoming homeless as an adult. And so if you can get people to not be homeless as children and they can grow up with a stable home, they're less likely to end up homeless. So that's what one of the things that we look for is whether charities are really addressing things at the source. Jesse asked, what are our favorite places to donate? So I just talked about Family Promise.
Yeah, family plan.
And that is Family Promise. And that is across the country. It's a network, so you can find the one closest to you to donate to, or you can think about what area you'd like to support that. We also always donate to Operation Smile. Because when Toby was very, very young, they came to his country and they did operations for free for kids that had cleft palates or cleft lips. And you probably don't know, but Toby was born with a cleft palate, and his chances of surviving and thriving were very, very low when he was a baby. And
actually, just there's something that we can talk all about it in another episode.
Yeah, okay.
But I actually the first time I talked, I was like 5 years old, 6 years old, and actually to be speaking for a living right now is kind of very interesting. So I do have some things that I've been working on, and so I can tell my story more in more details, right? Yeah.
So Operation Smile, we do Feed the People. And then we do the Equity Justice Initiative, because I really believe that that is addressing the inequalities at the source.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other good charities. They're not popping to mind right now, but I'm happy to even get on a call with you. We can look at some, like I said, Charity Navigator together and make a spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of things on there that you can donate to a good cause. Yeah, you don't need to create a new one. We're not in the type to create a new one, because there is so many out there. Yeah, if you Google, people's looking for to create a better place for humanity, and there's a lot of things on there that you can donate to, for your own cause.
Speaking of that, we often get requests, and we make our own requests for Facebook birthday charity fundraisers. And it can be tempting to just always give for those. But we have, we do our research on each one that we're asked, and we decide whether that is a good use of our charity dollars or not.
Yeah.
But it reminded me that for Toby's birthday, we just did International Rescue Committee to help refugees from Ukraine.
Yeah.
But I don't want this call to be all about money.
Yes. No, yeah.
It is important to give some amount of money, I think, because you're creating that abundance mindset that there will be enough. We can give away and know that more will come. But Toby also mentioned about donating unwanted items, and I want to also add in here that we do this with our kids as well. We encourage them. Our kids have a donation basket in their rooms. Whenever we take, a piece of clothes and we put them on the kids, we're like, oops, that's too small. It goes right into the donation basket, so you don't have to do this big project later of cleaning out their closet. When a kid looks in their toy basket and they're like, I never play with this, they just put it in the donation basket. It just becomes part of how they grow up. I'd love to do a better job of attacking it at the source and just consuming less, honestly. But we're not quite there right now. A lot of gifts come into our house, and we appreciate them very much.
Yes.
And the kids are learning, how to pass on things that they don't need.
Yeah.
Anything else on donations?
Yeah, I mean, there's other things you can donate. I mean, you can donate your time, right? You can definitely donate your time.
Can you give examples?
For example, I mean, your neighbor might need help. If you knock on the door, they're there, they might need help.
You're not gonna go knock and
Well,
be
you're not
like,
gonna
hey,
knock
is
on
there
the door,
anything I can help you
but
with?
anyway,
But
what
you
I'm
do
saying,
see
the
people out
points,
there who are struggling with
struggling
something.
with something. For example, where we live out here, actually, there's a lot of older, people around here, and sometimes you can tell they need help. It's nice to go and just help somebody, and give 5-10 minutes, time, even for 1 hour of your time. I mean, you can even help your friends, all right?
And then you get a reputation as a giver, and then people come and knock on your door and say, hey,
Yeah.
Toby, can you come help me move this?
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, we love that.
Yeah, because the things with the being a giver, every time you give something, something come to you.
In that moment, you might be like, oh, I was just watching something or just about to go to bed or whatever.
Yeah.
But actually, like, knowing that someone thought of you and knew that they could come and
Yeah.
ask is really, really special.
Because it's really like everything that happened for a reason, and the universe is always working. Even when you sleep, the universe is working for you. You don't know if the universe is working for you, because just things happening, right? But if you really focus on the universe, you know that more you give, more you'll get. And that's it's just a reality. It's real. It's real. I mean, people, we need to start to believe in that stuff. That giving to the others, helping others, is also helping yourself.
Talking about donating time, schools, I think it's a little strange if you don't have a child in school, but if you have a child in school, schools always need donations of time in the classroom, or you can even like take projects home and cut things up. Just if you offer, they will find projects that you can help with to cut or color or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the school fairs, I know that our daughter's public school is having a fair. The school that our son went to, he went to a private school, and we relied a lot on tuition assistance for him to go there. And so all the parents who were there putting on the festivals to raise money so that the school could afford to have families that couldn't afford the school. I mean, it just meant the world when I saw hundreds of people out there donating their time to put this on so that my kid could have that experience. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, I mean, what we trying to tell you guys right now is something that we learned from somebody else, right?
Of course.
Of course, we learned that from hundreds of people that we met, and we're like, wow, this is amazing. We can be a giver too. And but if you don't think about it, it's not something you realize that you should be more a giver than a taker. And it's always more you give, the more you get, and always the universe works for you.
So I definitely want to take a moment to mention there's probably a lot of websites out there. The one I tend to use is volunteermatch.org, I think it's called. God, I'll put some resources in the comments later. But you can find all sorts of like volunteer matching websites where you type in your zip code and you see a list of upcoming projects and just choose one that looks, like something you can handle. And sometimes it's just a matter of giving your time. I love, for example, when sometimes charities receive so many donations that they're trying to sort everything out and figure out how to distribute it. And I love that kind of work. But the other thing you can donate besides just being hands is unique skills that you may have. At one point I was a literacy volunteer, teaching people how to read. And that was pretty awesome because I had teaching skills, or I was developing my teaching skills, I should say. But, you can also volunteer. Organizations need people to help in their mailroom. Maybe you do digital marketing and you could volunteer or offer that to an organization to get their message out. So just think about what gifts and talents you have and how they might be able to match with organizations around you. And since we're kind of on a related subject, just promoting causes that you believe in, promoting charities that you believe in on social media, just raising awareness and spreading this message. and being a role model for people. So instead of just doing your charity, and like I think there's this thing of like wanting to be humble and not brag about the good that you're doing, and I get that, because we feel it too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we want to be a role model. We want people to, their minds to be activated to think about how they're giving back. Talk about.
Yeah, I mean, donation. I mean, blood is a good thing that you can donate to. Your blood.
Some people can't do it. Some people
yeah.
for lots of reasons, psychological or physical, can't donate blood. And that means that if you can, for psychological and physical reasons, donate blood, it's a really, really great and important thing to do, because you truly are giving the thing that people need more than anything else.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely. We actually has this soccer player, Ronaldo. He's the only athlete that has no tattoo. They asked them why he has no tattoo. He went up because he donated his blood. He has all the money in the world.
He doesn't want to get tattoos because
because
it does not prevent you from ever donating again, just in the short term.
But for him, it's like, that's one of the reasons. So he actually donate his blood. He don't donate his money, donate his time, for education, all that, but he also donate his blood. But he's a giver. And the more come to him. More you give, more you get.
I'll bet you that he's not the only athlete ever that has
definitely
no
not.
tattoos.
Oh yeah,
okay.
No, definitely not.
Just
But he's officially like
he's thoughtful of
the
it.
top. Yeah,
Okay.
the top on the list. Yeah.
I can think of one more big one, which is participating in community cleanups. Finding organized community cleanups. They happen all the time around you, I swear. And some of those volunteer match websites will have them. I can drop some more resources in where you can look and see where they're going on.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Boy Scouts, look at your social media. On Facebook, the Boy Scouts that I know will call out that they're going down there. Once you start connecting with good people who are doing good things, you'll get invited to community cleanups. But the other thing that we just do is create our own family community cleanup.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it both structured and unstructured. We'll go down to the beach, the four of us, we each take a plastic bag. And once our plastic bags are, I share with a 6-year-old. But once our plastic bags are all filled up, then we tie them up, toss them away, and then we play at the beach. So it's a really good way, and pretty much we don't go down to the beach without doing that.
Yeah.
Because we think it's such an important lesson for ourselves and for our children that, having a dirty beach is unacceptable.
Yeah.
And we're not going to just post about it on social media. We're going to do what we can about it. So I love that. And then at the same time, just like when we park our cars in a parking lot and, at home especially, if I park my car and there's trash on the floor, I pick it up, throw it away, and wash my hands. There's no sense of like, that's not my trash.
Yeah.
I do it where I know I can wash my hands. If I'm somewhere where I'm going to walk in and then be able to say, like, can I use your restroom? I'll throw something away and wash my hands. Just picking up trash along your way.
Yeah,
when
definitely.
You go for a walk or whatever. Go for a hike.
And one of the things that the way I learned that is something that I can do for humanity is I used to work for this gentleman. He's a cars. He owned a car company. He won a boardwalk out of the mall. So this guy, he has all the money in the world, right? But every time I see him walk to the dealer, and he's walking around, he's picking up like a garbage on the floor. He's picking up like the cigarette, stuff on the floor and all that. He just go ahead and clean it up. And one time he come in the office and the window was dirty. He picked up the window and he started clean up the window. And everybody, we all like we look at him like, oh my gosh, he's doing that and he's the owner, and we sitting right here. Like, what's wrong with us? And we all look at each other, but we didn't say each other nothing just to acknowledge that. And for that day, it's like everybody started actually cleaning up after himself. and just see stuff on the floor, just clean it up. And he was a leader, right?
Yeah.
That's how the leader is about. He doesn't tell, hey, you need to clean up, but he just do it, and then we saw, and then, oh wow, $1 billion man is cleaning up the street. Why not me? I mean, he's paying me, to be there anyway. So I like that, all, life experience changed me. It changed me to be a better person, and that's why I want to give. I want to give not only what my knowledge is, but whatever I can, all right. Anything you want to add, baby?
No, I feel like I've touched on. I was just trying to think if there's anything else I haven't really touched on. Take any questions that you guys might have while you're putting those in the chat. If any come up, please go back and look at the posts that Toby's done, both in the group and on his business page, Awesome Life 101. He's done a lot of beautiful work putting together quotes about philanthropy this week. And we are going to move on Monday. We're going to start talking about how you build your professional network, and how that idea of giving to other people in a professional capacity, reaps its own rewards.
Yeah.
So I hope that you've gotten a lot out of this. I hope you found some value in it. We're so grateful for you for giving our lives purpose to be here on Saturday morning with you.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We actually very excited that we changed our time. We apologize for anybody that
any inconvenience.
Any inconvenience, all right. But this time, I think, is the best time for us. So that we work from home. We work with 24 hours together, so we have the power to schedule our own time, to schedule our own life, and that's the best thing in the world. It's the best thing in the world to be able to schedule your own time, and you actually really do whatever you want.
Say, hey boss, this isn't working for me.
Yeah, I know, right? So, hey guys, thank you. Thank you for being here.